Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are and where we come from. So who are you and where do you come from?
I'm Suzanne.
Where are you from?
Oh, no. Do I go straight into me whole thing? I was saying I'm Suzanne and you're Fiona.
Don't split it and then...
So I'm Suzanne, I'm from Ballymun.
I'm Fiona and I'm originally from off the Navan Roads.
Cabra.
Off the Navan Roads. My dad bait me if I said Cabra. I'm only messing. No, I am. I'm from Dublin 7, let's say.
So where is Dublin 7? Is that Cabra?
Cabra.
Okay,
Cabra.
Cabra.
She's a liar.
No, I'm literally around the corner. But you know, it's funny because when I used to hang around Cabra years ago and I'd be like, I'm from Cabra.
Sure, around the corner, you mad.
But you would be shamed for saying that.
And you are both from the where?
Slice and Naples. Yeah.
So first of all, before we do anything, just tell me, what is the Slice and Naples?
So it's a pizza shop.
Okay.
Pizza restaurant. Well, not restaurant.
Van.
Pizza van.
Truck.
Yeah, pizza van in the Quarry Car Park in Glasnevin. Fingless.
Okay.
Also, fingless to some people and Glasnevin to others. So there you go.
Yeah.
So pizza shop.
Yeah.
We're open the year. Over
It's
a year.
Yeah, over a year. It was
About
November,
14 months. Yeah, I share the same birthday as Slice and Naples.
Oh, do you?
9th of November. So now my birthday is always overshadowed by the pizza shop's birthday as well. Joke.
You're much older than it though. You're much older.
So before we go into the Slice and Naples and where you came from me, I found you on Instagram. Sarah Ballymun Hone shared this video on Instagram.
Nice. Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? I was like, what? I was like, it was hilarious, but I was like, one thing I was like, is this the same person? Because you had sunglasses on and the hat wasn't it you? And I was like,
the hat one,
yeah, and I was like, who is this? And I was like, is this the same person? And then I was like fully invested into who Craig was. I was like, she talked about Craig, and my
baby daddy.
yeah.
Hey.
And then I was going through the videos and I was like, I can't find this Craig fella. And then I was sending the message out to people going, do you know who these girls, what is this? And then I went down the rabbit hole of your videos.
Yeah.
And the poor child coming up to the pizza
That's
van.
my son. That's awesome.
Yeah.
God love him. Remember? It's your guys.
First one we actually
That was the
made.
second video we
Oh,
ever
yeah,
did.
the
But
you-
yeah,
you
God
two.
love him. Yeah, you two was the first one. Like this
that was
thing.
funny.
This is all her. I'm just a poor spa that goes along with her.
No,
Like,
that's not true. No, do you know what? It's funny because if something comes to me or like I get a little idea, I'll have this whole like idea of how
No,
it is.
she
I
has like
have a vision.
script,
But then-
knows what way to shoot it. Like it's like a whole thing. But that was our first proper good
come
one.
to you with it. I think it's like you say, well, that doesn't make sense. And we work together as a
Yeah.
team. Like, you know what I mean?
But yeah,
It
that's
works
me
well.
son Dawson. God love him walking
Oh,
across.
that was
Remember? And Craig was in the background. Is that a blue steel, bro? Because he's like that.
Do you know what? It's funny because even that one, the first one that we recorded ourselves, like on the phone and all, we were both like looking at the camera and we had to like crop it and edit it like so much. When I was doing it, I was like, look, see, you keep laughing. As soon as she'd say
I'm
something,
terrible.
she'd look straight at me and she'd laugh. And I'm like, we can't use that because as soon as you... So I was like, right, try it again with a long pause. And it took a bit of practice, but she's great now.
Oh, stop. No, I laugh
Susie.
every time. Like even that Eastenders one, how long was I behind the door cackling before I opened it?
Even in that Eastenders one that I edited, there was no saving it because there was a lot of videos. Even still, if you watch it again, you'll hear
You
her
can hear
going,
my laugh. It sounds like little farts.
Oh, stop.
I was like, there's nothing I can do. But I think sometimes that's more organic.
Yeah.
You look at something
Yeah.
And you can
we
hear
just have
them.
the ball.
Even we do a bloopers, don't we?
We always
like
nearly
to
do a
little
bloopers. Yeah. 'Cause
Do you
it's
have
just the best
marketing in your background?
No.
No, she's just a born actress, I think.
No, I do you know what? I just enjoy it. I think possibly the only thing I was good at in school was like stories and poems.
Yeah,
and stuff
drama.
like that.
And
coming up.
Yeah, drama.
So
and
take
stuff
it back, take it completely back, right? Are you sisters? Are you friends? What is your story?
We're friends.
Yeah, friends.
Very good friends. Our two fellas are best friends.
Yeah.
Since
They grew up
primary
together.
school, isn't it?
Well, they live on the same road. So
They lived on the same road. They're friends years. So obviously,
We have no choice.
Yeah, we have no choice. We're
I know, to
sisters
be
by.
honest, it's just as well that we do get on.
Yeah,
That
Jesus.
close.
Imagine
That
I
would be
couldn't stand you.
awkward.
But yeah, so I got with Craig in 2012, and it was like February 2012. You were like soon after me with Lee.
When did we meet? We met
In
at a
May.
H's party.
How do you not? Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to remember. Do you know what? I can't even remember what happened to me lunch yesterday. I'm still saying baby brain.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
long did you get away with
no,
that now?
Not 7 months later.
No.
No, you're done. It's done.
I'm milking it.
But yeah, so the lads are obviously best friends, and they're obviously I was with Craig, and then Lee met Fee, and it was a house party, wasn't it?
We both had odd socks on, right? And we were drawn to each other. We didn't even know they were together at the time. You were like, hey.
Yeah, so it was a house party. So I obviously went back after the pub with Craig to a house party. Lee and Fiona was there.
Frankie's
but
house party.
some random reason, me and Fiona was in the kitchen. We both had odd socks on, but our odd socks matched, if you got me.
I don't know what.
So we had a black sock and a white
Random.
sock on. The two of us had the exact same set of odd
Maybe
socks.
at some stage in the night we had swap socks.
Yeah,
and
I
we
don't
remember.
remember.
But I
to
just
be
goes,
fair.
hey. And she's like, oh my God.
And we just touched toes and we were like, did you just become my best friend? And that was it.
We touched toes and it was, the
Yeah,
rest is
and
history.
then ever since then we've been inseparable.
That's a true
Yeah.
random story. When I thought about that the other day and we knew we were coming on this podcast, I was like, when did we actually meet? And they were like, remember we fell in love at a house
Yeah,
party?
we sat together for the
Because we
rest
had
of the
on
night
socks.
because we had on socks. I was like, how random
Just
is
as
this?
well
that
we
we
did,
both
because
have
we
on
mightn't,
socks?
we mightn't have hit off.
I would have forced it.
Do you know what? To be honest, we do have a good relationship for,
Yeah.
you know, just as
Like,
well. Like
that's
I
late,
said, the
that's
boyfriends
years.
being best friends. So
Yeah,
it worked
imagine
out
if
well
we'd,
for us.
exactly. Imagine we didn't
It'd be
get on. It'd be
nothing worse.
super
To be fair,
awkward.
all of us do. All the lads, like they're all a real tight knit group,
Yeah.
aren't they? And like even all of the girlfriends, we all have a big group chat. We all do actually
Yeah,
get along
yeah,
really
yeah.
well. So that's thankful, and you know,
Because I don't know, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Yeah.
I'm nearly 34. I'm
Yeah, you're 34 in like
month.
next month. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
Fiona's
forget.
birthday
Some
and
people
Craig's
like-
birthday are a day after each other. So
Okay.
Craig's the 25th, you're the 26th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Because I don't think that's like with my group. Obviously, we use it together like since a long time, 2014, 9
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
and you still have those WhatsApp groups going. Because I'm 44, so I'm just that older, but I don't have that WhatsApp group with me. You move away like with kids now.
I
but
don't
like,
think I'll ever move away.
Do
I
you
think I love, like even last night the group chat was lit and I literally had Love on in the background and I was like just giggling.
I only said to her
like,
today and when the car, she goes, "Did you bitch?" I said, "I didn't see it."
she
And
knew
I had a
it.
miss.
She knew it. The group
Do you know
chat.
what? It's too much going on some days, and when you like, I go.
Yeah,
to
she
bed
has
early
3
sometimes
kids
with
under 5
so
though.
I don't want this like bing, bing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to relax. I'll decide when I want to go in.
Yeah,
and be,
yeah, yeah.
You know, available for
You're a
use.
dippy. You're a double dipper.
I'm chicken dipper.
and then tell me, you were saying about school, like just for you at the moment, like just like we're talking about what you want to do, because I wanted to know like how you've come about to be the people you are now. So what was school like for you?
School. Why'd you have to bring that?
Tell her about the test for you.
Hey, what?
Tell her about the test.
Test.
Tell her
We're
about-
diving in.
Tell her
We're
about the
diving
test.
in.
Go on.
The test, right? No, I wasn't good in school. No, I have to say I wasn't good in school. I was good in certain things, but I wasn't really like paper to pen good or. But funny, like I was good at like short stories and poems, and that's where I was like got really excited. But there was a test in school one time, and I was called up, and the teacher was like, "Fiona, I just want to have a word." You know, I was young. I'd say it was primary school.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I just want to have a word." She like, "You copied this test," and I was like, "All right." And she was like, "Yeah, I just were like, you can't be doing that." Whatever. And I was like, "Hold on a minute. How do you know that she didn't copy mine?" Because she was like, the two of them match identically. I was like, well, how do you know? Like Michelle's test, like. Like she didn't copy mine, and she goes, "Because where it says name at the top of the page, you wrote Michelle." And she used to sit like that with her arm up over it, like guarding it. Then I was like, "Whoa," you know. So now I like me sitting beside them. No, I wasn't good. Pop quizzes. Where was the Titanic going? It was going to sink. I'm just real like. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
God love me, but you know, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
And what about your
In school,
Yeah.
I was actually very smart in school. Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to Candace's
Okay.
and then Michael's in Finglas. So yeah, very smart. Loved primary school. Had a band in primary school actually as well.
You had a band?
I had a band. Yeah, I
Are
used
you
to sell. My dad used to get all the nicky nacky bits, and I used to bring Lion King pens into school to sell them for him.
Del boy, you
I
did
was a
not.
little Del boy with my band out in the yard. Oh Jesus, yeah, playing.
So you
skipping and all.
wonder where you get it from, and that's like
Ah,
you know,
my dad is, my dad's mad, so yeah, obviously that's where we get it from. But I'm more shy than Fiona. Like I wouldn't be, like I know I'm like grand talking to people, but I mean, with a minute of cameras in my face, I'm like, "Jeez," or else I just laugh with me nerves. You know what I mean?
It's funny because like when I even had this like certain view of you, and you came to me a year or two later saying like, "No, that's not the way I am," because people were saying like, "Oh, she's a bit standoffish,
she's
isn't she?" Or she's a bit like,
no, she's
nearly,
real
like,
friendly,
rude.
real nice
I'd be
to
like,
everyone. I'm like, nah. Yeah,
She's
I
not.
keep people at arm's length until I like
Yeah,
it.
but for me,
I
it
wouldn't
wasn't
be
like that's why
No,
said to
you are
people,
different.
No, she's not.
It's because you touched we touched toes. That's what it was. You got me straight away.
why do you think you're like that?
I don't know. I just don't.
Let people
I don't let people in straight away. I find it hard.
It's a good way to be.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know what it is. I think it's just getting older. I just want to keep myself to myself and keep people at arm's length unless I need to let them in. Yeah. But not always. It's like, if I love you to death. Like, too hard nearly. But then if I don't like it, or if they're like, if my friends meet someone and I'm kind of like, oh right, I'm not going to be like, hey, how are you? Like, I'm not that kind of girl. But once I love you, I love you.
I am. I think I'm very like, oh my god.
Yeah, you are. You're that girl.
But then if you piss at me and tell me it's raining, it's like, bye. I'm cold, and I can just, do you know what I mean? So it's like,
and I think that's why we work, because you are so perky in situations like, even I remember we went, let him in, open the door. I remember we went to a wedding and like, I knew nobody, and Fiona knew loads of people, and so you know when you're mixing and mingling, and Fiona's like, hi, how are you? And I'm just kind of standing at the wall.
You know what?
Like,
I probably
but
didn't
she was
even
bringing
know
me in. No, but she's bringing me into the conversation sound, so it kind of gets me going in a lot of ways as well, because I don't find it that easy to just like small talk. Do you know what I mean?
Funny enough, when you said that to me, you were like, I'm not like that at all. Like, I find it very hard I was like,
no, everyone would say it, except me, like me old friends that I have years and years and years. They're Jesus grew up together, so that's a whole different story. But just new people.
Otherwise, you're like,
not even new people. I just don't like
borderline rude.
Yeah, borderline. I'm a rude snob. But yeah,
tell me what it was like growing up in Ballymun.
I absolutely love Ballymun. Loved it. So we started when I was a small kid. We lived in Thomas MacDonagh Tower, and 13th floor. And I remember, I moved out there when I was 5. I will never forget. Went to Crazy Prices with my mum. Remember Crazy Prices in Ballymun? Remember? Went to Crazy Prices in Ballymun. My brother Mark was in the buggy. He was only about 2.5. The lift was broke. Full shop, buggy, my brother and me up the stairs with all the shop. And we had to walk all the flight of stairs. I must have been only 5, because then after that, like, I still remember, and I remember me dad, he used to go over to Liverpool and get the smokes and all that, right? And he had them on the balcony, and I fucked them all off the balcony. I did. I got on the balcony one day and threw them all over the balcony, and I swear to God, I thought he was going to kill me stone dead. I was only 5. I still remember them things. Like, as clear as your trauma. Don't open that basement. Don't open that basement. So I lived there till I was 5, and then we moved to Finglas South, Rathvilly. We moved in with my nanny. My granddad had Alzheimer's at the time, so we moved in to give her a hand. She was still working out in the airport in the Kesh. She used to give the lads our dinner and all that, so we moved in with her.
Who your
my nanny? My nanny, Varia. And then
what was that like?
What, living with my nanny?
With your granddad like that?
To be fair, I don't really remember it as much. I just remember my granddad used to pace the floor. He used to walk up and down all the time. Like, just walk up and down. So my nanny's, it was like, they had the front room and then they had the back room so it was like a dining table, little kitchen, and then they had the sofa and all there, and he used to just pace the floor back and forth, and that was just his thing. So I was so young, I didn't even know what was wrong. So obviously my mum and dad wouldn't let me know kind of the ins and outs, but I just knew my granddad was sick, and he didn't speak around, you know, that kind of way. But we lived in that house, and my uncle Colin lived in one room, my nanny and granddad was in another. So me, my mum, my dad and my brother was in one room, so 2 bunk beds and a double bed in one room. And I swear I could tell you the exact colour of the walls and all. Like, I can remember it as clear to this day. So when my granddad died, then my ma got pregnant with my little brother Sean, so we decided we wanted to move out. So we got a flat in Ballymun. My nanny ended up selling her house and coming with us because she didn't want to be on her own. So that was Thomas Clark Tower on the 4th floor, and underneath us used to be the Yap, where they used to feed all the homeless. And across was the Balcurus blocks, and all my friends, that's where all my friends are from. So my first day moving out to Ballymun, this is actually funny. First day moving to Ballymun. So who did I think I was, right? So I went out on my bike with my brother. I was like, right, come on.
So you must have been a tomboy because
I was a pure tomboy. I used to play basketball, football, everything. I never wore like girly stuff. Hair always back in the plait, you know, that kind of way. So my first day in Ballymun, I went out with my bike. I was like, come on, Mark, let's go out. So I went down, and there was 3 lads across on the block. Now, only probably the same age as me. I was 8. I remember this day as well, as clear as day. 3 lads, and they were kind of looking at me, so there was kind of like a ramp up, like a kind of like a footpath kind of thing. So we went up, and I was just like showing Mark how to ride his bike, and next of all, these young fellas started throwing stones at me. Well, I fucking chased them, and they ran. They were terrified. I chased them for a good 35-40 minutes. I was not letting that go because he hit me, brother. I was like, no, I'm gonna kill you. But anyway, after that, they decided to make me their friend because they were terrified of me. I was taller than them all. Like, I'm 5'9". I was this height when I was like 11. Do you know what I mean? Size 7 feet since I'm 11. And one of the lads, his name is Robbie, his sister was working in a chipper van. Now, bear in mind, we were 8. She was working in a chipper van. Like, the HSE or someone should have been called there. Do you know what I mean? She was 8.
And you get everything from them, wouldn't you?
No, she was working in it. No, child labour.
What were they selling them things? They used to be like, you could get on you want, wasn't it? Bread.
Yeah,
deodorant. Smokes.
Yeah, so anyway, Diane was working in the chipper van and Robbie was obviously one of the lads that I chased. And one day she was like, oh, who are you? And all. I was like, hey, I'm Suzanne. So she gave me a free potato scallop.
Lovely.
And ever since then, we have been inseparable.
But what did she say at your wedding? Or that was the best prize.
Oh, yeah, I got married in 2022 to Craig. And Diane was my maid of honour. But what did she say again?
She said, I just looked out from that van and I thought, who is that young
fella? Oh yeah, who was that young fella? Because I dressed so like a boy and I was so tall and like look at the length of my arms and all. Everyone just thought it was a young fella, so I was one of the lads. So after that, then there was one day.
Lovely young fella.
Yeah, lovely young fella. But one day, Diane came, like I'd only see her in the chipper van, so she'd always give me a free can of Fanta or whatever. So I was like, right, you're sound. I like
probably
you.
Into you.
No. But one day she came down, so like our tower and their blocks was only like a few meters apart basically, and it was a field, big huge field that we used to play in every day. And one day she just came down. I'd only ever see her in the chipper van, so she came down and she was like, can I play with you? And her brother was like, get away you. And I was like, no, she's with me. And that was it. That was literally it. Then ever since then, so it was the 2 girls and 10 lads, and we used to batter them. I mean, like people used to play like catch and kiss or whatever it was called. We used to play catch and be. Like we would batter the lads, and we used to play like every game.
I remember that letter IRA. Remember you used to get battered for your letter. I used to be telling them all.
But like we used to get bullied something terrible by them. So like Diane was always putting goal when we were playing like football, and they used to call her big fat goalie, and I was Aer Lingus because I had big ears. So that was the thing. So they used to like give us absolute death. But I swear to God, we had a ball. Like I work with Diane, and we're in like she's up at the front office and I'm in the back office, and we text each other from morning to night, like every single day. There's never been like probably even 3 hours where we haven't texted each other. It's ridiculous.
It's actually really nice to have that. Like, like a little.
Should be a little solely like.
Yeah.
Isn't it mad how you have these like really vivid memories of growing up? Because like even you saying there, like, you know, at 5, at 8, and the things you remember, like I have those memories as well growing up.
Yeah, you know, it's like little milestones in your brain. Your brain obviously holds on to this for a reason. Sure.
Did you ever see that? What was that film? That kid film, Upside Down, Inside Out. What is it?
Inside Out.
When
yeah.
She sends up the little. That's funny how it is.
That.
Oh, it's a really, really good.
Is it
it's on Disney or something, but
it's a Pixar one.
Random little memory, and it's like that must be how it is.
Is that like Dumbledore with his little thing? His pencil, and he puts it on.
It's actually really, really cute. And did you ever see they send up a random song, and they were like, I just send it up there for no reason. I was like, why do I remember that?
And then Fiona, you growing up then, like. I know I'm going to say it like people saying Cabra, people saying Navan Road. So were you a posh Cabra? Is that what you were?
She's trying to be posh Cabra, I feel.
Do you know what? It was funny because we lived on Crowpatrick Road, so it's like
that's a Navan Road voice coming in.
Off the Navan Road, actually. And then randomly, when I think about it now, I'm like, we moved around to Hampton Green. So do you know where Park Motors is on the Navan Road? So like where the Maple Centre is, and into that estate. But I literally had lived around the corner, so I'm like,
we moved around the corner.
Did I do that? Yeah, I remember even going around in a little trailer,
like road trip around the corner.
But I think at the time there was no kids on the road, or there was something like that my mum was like, no, and like they didn't move far. But like, I don't know why anyway, but we went from literally there to there. So I remember even saying to people like, oh, Cabra, like, no, it was Hampton Green, or it was like Crowpatrick Road. So my dad used to be like, no, it was off the Navan Road. But like that, I said, I'd go around to Cabra, and I'd be saying, I'm from Cabra, and people from Cabra were like, would you stop your posh show, like, and so like that's the reason I was kind of going saying that, but I'm actually not. So there you go.
Because both come across like having a really, really strong, funny relationship, but there has to be more. I can be honest with Suzanne. I can see how that you're like a little nervous Annie. I can see that in you. Yeah. I can see it in you even talking, and then you're just minding her. Do you know what I mean? Like I can see.
She always does.
Just like
come here. I'll give you a story. When we went into FM 104 to record our promo little thing, I was literally shaking that much, trying to like talk to the mic. Fiona just held my page for me and just like gave me a little rub on the back, and she's like, "That's the kind of friend that you need, is someone that's going to hold your page and you can't hold it for yourself."
Do you know what? It's these things that you think like, oh yeah, it sounds like nothing, but when you go in, it's like the pressure of like these little things. It's funny.
It's just all new to me. Like, it's nothing I'd ever do, and nothing I ever would have thought I'd do either. I was just like happy in me 3-day a week job.
Having a ball thrown from that Instagram video for the giggles. That's all we want, is a few little mates that we have on Instagram to get a giggle of it. And otherwise we're like, what the fuck?
So you're both wives, both mothers.
Yeah.
And then run the business as well.
Yeah, well, that's the lads. We don't do any of that.
We literally just do it ourselves.
Yeah, we just have a ball. We just go down every once in a while.
We don't do as much as we portray.
Yeah. But people think that we actually work there. Like, people do be like, oh, I came down to see the girls.
Where's them sexy moms?
So it's just
reeling
mad.
all the lads down.
Yeah.
And how did the Slice and Naples come about? Tell me about that.
So the lads got it in. So it was about the summer. They knew the fella that owned the thing before, and it burnt down. And it was just an opportunity that came up, and the lads took it. So we just kind of jumped on with the social media, or like.
Do you know what? I don't even remember how we decided that we just.
I think do you know
we
what?
were down there.
We were down there one day, and we were like, oh, we
got
to do like the van.
TikToks and stuff, didn't I? Anyway, so I was just like, why don't we just like make something random?
But it was like, when we seen it was like, oh, imagine we did like the van or something, like the van pizza van.
I think you were saying that, and then we went with it, and it just worked. And it's funny because the other idea that we had initially went down to do that day didn't even turn out as well as the ones that we like random. It's funny, like even that, like we sometimes would pay for these people to come out and like video it and and when we just do these random little ones that we talk
random one, and the quality is crap.
I think it's pot luck with TikTok and
Instagram.
It is. Obviously there's a lot like behind that we don't research, like what time of day you post and all this. So there is a lot to do with that we don't really look into at the minute. We don't.
No,
we do have time.
We're literally winging
we only have the time because it's when we're sitting down the evenings when we don't have the kids at a hectic time, and that's the only reason we run with it.
What do your husbands think? What do they think?
Oh my God, like Craig, do you know what? I don't even tell Craig about half the stuff that we're doing until it's done and we show them, and if they laugh, we know it's going to be
you know what do I be like?
But like we always say to each other, if we're cringing looking at ourselves, we know it's going to be good.
But you know what I do say to her? She keeps saying, we go now, we post now, and until like Lady leaves the house, I can't post it because I'm embarrassed. I'm walking around like bright red. Why am I so scarlet? And then every time I'm that cringed at myself, I know it's going to be good, even though I'm like shitting of it and it's like real, I'm on the fence, but I can't sit there for 1 minute and have him go up and load it on his phone and me here.
Yeah, you hear him watching it.
You silly cat. I'd literally die. I can't.
See, I like watching Craig's reaction because then I know.
I can't watch.
No, but I know whether it's genuine or not. Whether he's that's great, babe, or whether he's like literally pissing himself
I'd
laughing.
rather it do what it has to do on Instagram. He'll come across it and be like, oh my God, and I'll be like, I'm kind of a big deal.
I can't believe that about you, that you have that cringe.
Do you know what? It's only with him. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is only with him. But she is like, she can literally, like, she comes up to me, and if we're doing something, she can literally just switch into a character, and I'm like looking at her, and she's not one bit of shyness like in front of me either. Whereas I can't do that.
I don't know what it is with Lee. He's like the worst critic. Whatever he says, even though he's not like that, he just thinks they're all funny. But if he was literally to say that, and it would sway my thing of posting.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
I'd probably be like, if he said something about it, I'd feel a bit more off it. So I know if I felt comfortable deep down and I just post it, and then if he has that to say, I'm like, well, tough. It's
out there.
After all the hard work.
Where does it come from? Where is that switch? Where is that drama? Where is that, like, where does it come from in you?
Oh God, I don't know. I just
you showed me home videos and all of you doing it as a kid. You've always done
it. Since, like, I suppose when I was very young, I was in like drama and stuff like that. But I think as soon as I started like going to work and all, I just stopped all of it. And obviously having kids and life just gets in the way. And then I came across TikTok, remember? And I post videos like.
She can lip sync so well as well,
and I enjoy it. I just get a thrill out of it. It's just like fun for me.
A little thing hiding from the kids doing like TikTok.
Definitely. But I just enjoy it. I just enjoy it. I don't know where it comes from or how. Just not in the family around.
You're the first one.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Would you?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have the time. The TikTok's stealing me.
Yeah.
If I throw a little TikTok up on my Instagram and it gets a few likes, or I know people get a giggle out of it, that does me. I'm like, happy.
So what was it like for you the first time you put a video up and the reaction that you got?
Oh God.
That's the first one that we did went viral. The first one with Dawson and my dad.
Oh
no, was it not
Your
the
dad's
second
one
one?
was very funny.
That's my dad.
That was the one.
That's
that
the
went
sorry.
viral.
That's the
I
one.
remember I just kept like swiping on TikTok, and it was just like the numbers just kept going up, and I was like,
I remember we were ringing each other around the phone. I was like, oh my god.
But you know what? It's so funny because some fella literally commented when I kept doing that, and I was like, it's going up, but I'm real bad with maths. Like, I am so bad. And that, like, even Lee was saying to me, like, that's every time you swipe that's 1,000 more people viewing it. I was like, what? Because I didn't realise. And he was saying it to me, and I was like, oh my god, it is. And then someone wrote on me, okay, you've hit whatever mark it was. Here come the trolls.
Yeah, and they did.
Whoa.
Oh my god, they do. Yeah, like the comments that we get, it's like
right, take it back, calm down for a second and tell me about, because everyone thinks that we have this lovely side of Instagram, but there is people, when people put you out there, I'm very lucky, I get it a bit like, I get people telling me that I curse too much, and or I got people, I was eating a croissant on it once and someone was like, oh my god, you disgusting pig, sucking your fingers, like, and I was like sitting there going, and someone was like, and someone was like, disgusting pig, and I was like, delete, block, and done. Do you know what I mean? So tell me what it was like when the trolls hit. What was it?
To be fair, I find it funny because
we screenshot them. That was more ammo for more marketing to be like we use that as like content then, and we shared the horrible comments. We replied back to things that they done, like we got an inspiration for a little video.
Yeah, like Eastenders, the reason we got that is because someone said that we look like Roxy and Ronnie off Eastenders. Right. So we literally wrote that on our list, Eastenders, so that's how we got. So it's nearly like, unless they said something really personal, personally attacking. There's always, we always get comments about our lips.
So we done the van, and what did someone say? It's more like the van on crack.
Oh yeah, it's more like the van on crack.
And then
there's always things about our lips saying lip filler this, but it's all, do you know what I always notice? It's all lads that say all this.
Is it?
It's all nearly lads.
All
fellas. I don't think we've ever got one bad comment off a girl.
Really?
Ever. Like the girls all tag their friends because they can relate to us. Like we're just normal. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's all the lads, lip fillers. Fake this, fake that.
I just have to laugh because at the end of the day, we do laugh out there for our hands to be slapped. A little bit making a show of ourselves.
Yeah, we are making a show of ourselves.
We have to not care what people think of us to some extension.
But if they said something really personal, I don't know how I would cope.
I don't care.
But it's mad because it is mainly women that troll. It is mainly women that troll. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
See, we haven't. Yeah, we've literally. Well, maybe there might be a few that we missed.
Some fella did say he was going to make our kids presents or something.
Oh no!
I can't remember what it was.
What did someone say about our kids?
Yeah, someone said.
I
something
can't
one
remember.
time,
Someone
and
did say.
I remember I started going mad, like replying to people.
Someone said
like,
something about our kids. I can't remember what the comment was.
He was just being evil, and I remember being like, whatever it was, back and forth, and people were like, "Why?"
But then that's what we were even.
Are they even real though? Like,
it could be like just fake accounts or whatever. But even we had an idea to do with the kids, and me and Fiona was like, imagine someone said something about our kids. Like, you can't.
The only thing. As much as like Dawson was in the first, and then we started thinking, you know, the amount of people that we seen were looking, then I was like, I don't know if I want
it's too much.
It's not their choice really. They don't really know what's going on.
But so it's but we kind of get ammunition from the bad comments. It's
they're
like
funny.
I just find I think it's funny that people find the time to say something negative. Like if you can't say anything nice, just don't say it at all. Do you know what I mean?
Anyone's opinion would ever piss me off in life is it was genuinely somebody that I cared about.
Yeah. Not a stranger behind the TV screen.
Opinion that I'd be a bit like, why did that, or get annoyed, or it's genuinely coming from a place of love that I'd want them to think a different way of me that I didn't see that view.
Yeah, defo.
Otherwise I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
And which do you get more from? Like you were saying, TikTok is a little bit more lethal, I think, than Instagram.
Yeah, TikTok definitely is the worst one.
Because do you know why? Because we have like our little group of friends. I think that added us on Instagram. It's a lot of people.
Like a lot of
any
people.
Any of the comments, it's like, oh, such and such a body said this. You know them.
Yeah, you know them. It's not really any negative on Instagram,
TikTok,
whereas TikTok is like random.
Yeah,
it's all randomers, like, and it's pushing them to like all different countries as well. So it's like
anyone on that. That algorithm,
and they just say whatever they want to say. But
which has been your favourite video to do?
I think the last one that we did, the Eastenders.
I enjoy them all. I do.
Love Island was actually pretty funny as well. Like that was hilarious. But like even going into Love Island, we had a totally different idea than what we actually did. So originally, I was meant to be like Fiona.
So I do like people like right. I have an idea.
Yes,
I'll write the whole script on it. Because you know what? It's nothing worse than going there and having this certain time and then being like, oh shit, what are we doing? Like what? So if you have something to go off, you can say, right, maybe you should say this at this time or this, that, that. But when we actually sit down to do it, it's always like change. Yeah. It's better, but it's like at least you have something to be like, right, this is how we run with it. Yeah. And then we decided you're going to be your
so
own
she
character.
wanted me to be the same as her, like the little girly girl dancing around. I was like, that is not me, love. I'm not doing that. So I was like, well, I'll be angry. Like, so I'll be like against the whole Love Island vibe. So that's what I was like, what do you want me to say? I'm Suzanne, I'm 5'9". I like bubble baths and long walks to the Arvo, and I'm shouting and all. And she's just like, hi, I'm Fiona, like floating around.
So we kind of went with that then ever since with the videos. It's kind of like I'm in character and you're like, hold on.
So that's kind of like what we do. Like, cause
you're you.
I'm me. I'm just me, and she's just everyone else.
Who videoed you walking up with the boots up to our door?
Me. That was me.
Right. Okay.
So that's
I done
my
her
house.
clips. She done mine. We just
and like that's what I mean. Even the van one, that's just videoed on our phones, and it's not perfect, but they're the ones that like work the best.
Yeah.
And like the EastEnders one, I think was so hilarious because the storyline was so like.
Do you know what was so funny?
Disjointed.
Right? We sat there. We watched that for ages after, and the actual tears. Because I was saying to her, it doesn't make sense. Like the story, what I'm rocking up saying, hold on a minute, you're robbing stock, then the baby's your fellas, what? And then we had to redo a clip, remember? Because something happened. What was it? I can't even remember.
You didn't lead into why you were there, or you didn't ask Craig where Craig was.
I'm very critical. Like I'm like, oh, but how can I open the door? And then we were standing there, and she's like, that's grand. People won't notice. I'm like, I notice, that annoys me. And then, whatever happened in this clip, I was like, we have to change that. So I had to put the boots back on, all right, do it. And she was like, my neighbours and all coming back in now.
Oh yeah, my neighbour pulled up in his van.
And when I look back at it now, I'm even dying because all the other clips are standing from a different angle. And then I was like, oh no,
it's the baby.
It's the baby. What's wrong with the baby? And I was like, nothing's wrong with the baby. She was like,
it was so abrupt that just made it more funny.
It didn't make any sense. So we just literally sat at our table crying going, can we even post that? Like,
oh, stop, it was hilarious.
What does your neighbours think?
Well, like we've only done like a couple in my house, so they wouldn't even know. You know what I mean? And none of my neighbours has said
done that to me. Early doors. You were
like none of my neighbours have seen it. Like, but I did. There was when me and Craig went to FX Buckley's. Remember I was telling you this? And the waiter in FX Buckley was like, "Oh, you're that girl off TikTok." Well, I nearly died.
I'd say you do pass it.
I pass away. Yeah. I literally pass away. I pass away a little bit because I'm like, oh no, like I just can't. I just hate the attention of it. I don't mind me and Fiona. Like even if people are looking at me doing it, I don't think I'd be able to do it. Like she just comes up with the ideas, we bounce it off each other. But when there's anyone looking at me, I'm like, I panic. I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm just too shy.
But you do get in.
I'm an introverted extrovert.
You can lose yourself a little bit into it. I remember at the start I was like, you're looking at the camera. So
I kept just laughing all the time.
She's a natural now.
Yeah, no,
trained
not
well.
really. But
and then, as you said earlier on, like coming down to the pizza place, people must be looking for you.
Ah, yeah, they are. Like people literally
we wouldn't
think
know
that
because we're never there.
Yeah, we're never there.
Because I was looking at the page going again, like I was like, do they work here? What are they doing? Like, what is this?
We do float down there the odd time.
Do the almost guys run sometimes?
And we hang about like we do.
Yeah, we go
down now and again, but we don't really. The odd time when it opens and stuff, we were getting stuff.
Yeah, we had to kind of help to get it off the ground.
The odd time, but we don't actually go down there religiously.
Like just to work.
Yeah. No. We are just.
Just have to do a little meet and greet at it.
Oh my God!
Sign a few
autographs.
Get a few photos to put it up there.
We'll probably be in the quarry if you want to see.
Yeah, we'll be in the quarry playing music bingo. That's where we'll be.
Having a wine.
Fiona, you told me, and it's like making sense with everything. Like, you told me at the start you've got how many children?
I have 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you manage? Because young babies.
Yeah, it's a bit wild at the moment. I have a 5-year-old and he's just started school, so that's good. And then I have a 2-year-old and an 8-month she, about 8 months now. So yeah.
How is that?
It's actually brilliant. It's a whirlwind. It's a beautiful chaos. If I could describe it. Yeah, no, but it is. I'm actually very blessed because my sister was travelling and she came back not so long ago, and she hadn't went back to work, so I was like, you're coming with me. She's been helping out a bit with the kids, so I'm actually blessed if I have things to do or I have to go off here and there. I have that extra pair of hands because it does in fact take
it's
a
lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. I don't know how she copes.
I know. Do you know what, they are good kids. It like everything else, you know yourself, screaming to a pillow. But on the good days are brilliant, the bad days are bad, as it is with everything.
Yeah. I don't know how you coped up, because like I was just saying this to, there's a girl, Makeup by Jill, Jill Makeup, I think, or something like that. It's one of her taglines, and she's just had like a surprise baby.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
so
was
she's
the case
like,
for me as well. Yeah, it was a little bit.
So is it hard?
Yeah, of course it's hard. 100%. It's
You
hard.
were in denial though at the
But
start.
it's
She
so
wouldn't even do a
good.
pregnancy test for
I think it
ages.
was about 7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
No, but I was literally like, no.
You were in denial. It couldn't be.
Yeah.
She like Sue. I was like,
Started
Fee, go to the
showing, I was
doctor.
like, couldn't be.
I was like, Fee, go to the doctor. She was like, no, not pregnant. And she was.
I remember I was like, oh my God. I remember I was sitting on the ground with pregnancy tests, and I remember Lee walking up the stairs, and I just looked at him and I was like, Lee, and he goes, I'm just going to have to get a bigger car. I was like, isn't it grand for them? Like,
Yeah.
You just need a bigger car, babe. It's grand.
what?
Yeah.
I'll be bumps. No, not bother on them. But yeah, no, I have to say it's the best thing, because I always wanted 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to happen in any way at some stage. I didn't actually think it would happen so soon, but look, life
It
never
is what
goes
it
to
is.
plan anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it is what it is. And you may as well. You're in the thick of it.
Yeah, you're in
anyway.
the thick of it, yeah.
Just get
It's
up and get
nearly
on with
easier,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, that's what you said, and Paul was like, absolutely not. Like
Yeah.
when you said if you have 3, you
I
might
think if you have 1, you're already screwed.
Yeah, your life's altered anyway, so you may as well throw a few more in.
enough think, and people mightn't agree with this, for me, going from being myself and me, to going to being a mum was the biggest transaction for me.
Yeah.
So just having 1, having 20, having 3, for me it was the changeover from not being a mum to being a mum.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden you're a mum, like the responsibility of anyone, whether it's 5 or 1 or whatever.
That's
is
on
the new
you.
Yeah.
Lioness.
The feeling is just
different.
It's regardless
totally.
of how many, I think it's just you're in it already.
And you talk about that when you say the transition from being you to being a mum, because being mothers, and then especially, working and being businesswomen, because you are like doing what you're doing. Like it is as well. Yeah, like definitely.
I may as well get a briefcase.
Yeah, you might as well, like, because you definitely are, like, you have this marketeer in you, like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But like to go from that to that, like, you do lose your identity.
100%. You lose you can't just be. Do you know what I miss?
You're never
just being
you anymore.
spontaneous. Do you know, like, you can't just be like, oh, babe, do you want to go to pictures tonight? It's always like a scheduled
You're
thing.
never
and
you again. Yeah.
You're still you.
You're
it's
you,
just,
but it's very limited time. Okay,
Yeah.
From 6 to 8.
Yeah. 9 to 11 before I pass out. Yeah.
But
So
look,
yeah.
it's still beautiful, and we're.
Yeah, no, come here. You wouldn't change a thing.
No,
Dawson's
100%.
9.
Yeah.
He's 9 and Islet's
I can't
4.
believe you have a 9-year-old.
I know. I can't believe that either.
You're
Like,
old.
I know.
We're old.
Yeah. So Isla will be 4 on the 31st of January. So it's just like she's easy now. Don't you know?
It
what I mean?
does
She
fly
just
in,
still
though.
won't
I
sleep in
do
her own
feel
bed.
it flies
No,
in.
it does.
Do they all?
She
Do
was
they-
born just before COVID hit.
Okay.
So, and I was on bed rest with her as well. So the whole pregnancy, I was having bleeds and stuff like that, and on bed rest. So then I went from being in my bed to having a baby to locked in the house. So then when the lockdown,
her in your bed.
she's still in my bed. She don't leave me. But the lockdown lifted, and I was kind of like, oh my god, I don't want to go out.
Yeah.
It was like I was like nearly institutionalized in my own house by just being in the bed for that long and not leaving. Like, it was so random. But she is wild.
How hard is that, like, when you do feel that, like, you are institutionalised, and actually to get up and leave the house then? And
Do you know what? It was the first few times, it was just like, oh God, like, I just want to go home again. But then after that, I was like, geez, I don't want to be in my house anymore. It's just kind of, it was quick.
You go with it. You get
It was
on
quick.
with
You
it.
just get used to things, you change. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was just wild. And she isn't phased by Aunt. Like, she's just mad. You'd never know. And even Dawson, like,
remember
the kids
after,
didn't really know, I don't think, as much. But like, it's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
of
it's
course.
just, they're not even going to really know
about
it.
about COVID, you mean?
Yeah, and just all that time when we couldn't do anything, like, do you know what I mean? It was just weird.
Yeah. I was going to say. We still met up and had
But I think everyone did, because I think you had to, like, kind of try and meet up at some point to not lose your mind.
for your
like,
own
you know what I mean?
sanity.
I
Do you know what
think,
we
yeah, it
used to
was
do?
crazy.
We always used to FaceTime me friends. Like, so we'd have
And
like
have
a
a
little
drink.
wine,
Yeah.
have a little wine and be
But you know what?
FaceTime,
You
and
used to
then
get actually even worse off, because you were sitting there on top of your drink, you'd actually be couldn't remember.
But
going
that's
to
what
bed
we
last
did.
night.
And my friends, we just FaceTimed each other. Like, every weekend we'd sit there FaceTime and have the chat. I remember one time there was like 10 of us on one, and like everyone shouting over each other, so you couldn't even hear. But it was so funny. Like,
I remember I went on holiday with Callan when he was only small at that time. People were like, "Oh, you're going on a flight?" Like, it was like frowned upon at the time.
yeah,
We went away
yeah.
and we just stayed in a little house away, and all. It was the best thing ever for him, and all getting
Yeah.
into the pool and swimming. Like, do you know what I mean? It just,
Yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
people had different opinions at the time, and it was what it was, wasn't it? Really, it was a horrible fucking.
So what does the future hold for you?
God only knows.
Who knows?
You never know what she's going to have me doing next. Like, I haven't a clue.
Stay tuned.
We're winging it, so we'll just see where the road takes us. We're having a ball and we're enjoying every minute.
Yeah, we
so
are.
that's
Do
the
you know
main
what?
thing.
It's just a bit of crack.
Yeah,
really.
it is.
That's
We
all
just
it
have a
boils down
laugh.
to. Having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Meeting up. A few ideas.
Do you ever argue?
Never.
No, we actually
We've
don't.
never
Don't
had
we
one
not?
argument.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure we like get in each other's tits most
Here,
of the
you've
time.
never got mine. What have I done? You bitch.
I have something to say. Now that you brought it up.
No, we've never had an argument.
No.
Just the thing is, we're not like we're only in each other's pockets the last while from Slice and Naples. Like,
Yeah.
we've always been friends, but it's never been in this close
you know
proximity.
what? We're the type of friends as well. I think I'm like that with most of my friends. I'm not like
Yeah,
I
she's a
can
dipper.
dip in and dip
She's
out.
a dipper.
chicken
Yeah, you're a
fucking
double
dipper.
dipper.
No, but I just like to just do my own thing and have my freedom. And sometimes you can be like maybe a few weeks that you're like constantly on. There could be like a few weeks that I mightn't even like send the odd text. Obviously now we would have to with the business more. But there might be a time you'd hear from me for a while. And
Yeah, she is like that. But I'm fine with that as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So
So
that's
we've
why it
always
works,
been,
because
yeah.
it's not like a question thing
And
of
it's
like,
not
where
like,
have you been, what you
why
doing?
aren't you text me? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like a needy friendship. We know we're both busy and we give each other the time.
But we do, I think now more than ever, we do actually be on to
every day now, but it wasn't always like that. It's more the business has brought us closer together. So we've always had the lads and we've always gone out with the lads, and then we had our girly nights as well. But now,
and it was
Slice
funny
and
because
Naples,
they were friends since they were kids. It was always this thing of like the lads were best friends and we were like the girlfriends, blah blah. And now it's like we're friends now.
Yeah,
so.
they can't stand how close we are, because now we're telling each other if we have a little row with the lads, and we're like getting the advice from each other. And
we're that close now. So I don't think it matters what age you meet someone. I think if you meet someone and you're on the same vibe, regardless of what age, whether it's childhood friends or whatever, you connect, and you know that's just the way it is. You can get close anyway.
Yeah.
So
Why do you think you're a dipper? Why have you always been a dipper?
Do you know
She's
what?
floaty. I'd say floaty.
Maybe. When I think about it, so when I was young, like I said, we lived off the Navan Road.
Cabra.
And then I moved to Wexford when I was about, I'd say I was about...
Oh, yeah, you're a little country as
Yeah,
well. Jesus. Well travelled she
I was
is.
10. And then we came back up probably when I was like, so we went back. So we went to Wexford and then we came back up.
Tell me about moving to Wexford. What was that like for you as a child?
It was actually lovely as a child. Like, I remember just going around being on my bike all the time, cycling everywhere. We had like a big house at the time, so I remember my mum even used to like pitch tents for me and my friends years ago, and my cousins would come up and stay and we'd sleep out the back and all. It was like this whole
deadly
thing, and it was deadly. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I think with having such a big family, I have like so many sisters and brothers and all that, like when I moved down there and they moved back up to Dublin, then I was a bit like on my own and stuff, and then they start having kids and all, and my mum was like, I just kind of want to be back up there. This was now when you were travelling 4 hours down the roads to Wexford. It wasn't just like it was now.
An hour, yeah.
So tell me that you said there about your sisters and brothers, right? I'm going to pry a little bit into your sisters and brothers.
Here we go.
We're getting deep now, Fee. We're getting deep.
So they were down there with you and then they moved back. So what was that like for you? Like,
I'd say it was lonely as a child. I probably got a bit lonely.
Poor little Fee.
But no, I had a ball, to be honest with you. Anything that I can remember of Wexford was brilliant. It was good. And they moved up to Dublin or down. What do you say, down?
Up.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Up you managed. Poor girl.
See, told you.
No sense of direction.
But I'd come back down and like I'd be floating back and forth and all, so it wasn't a thing. But like I think it was just like that because I was so used to having all that around me, and then
all
it was
the
like
bodies.
this bigger house.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Acre of land. My mum used to have to get on a big tractor.
Oh, stop a ride on tractor.
So like all that was like new to me, do you know what I mean? But other than that, and it was like when you think about it, it was a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So like, you know.
and then you came back to Dublin. What was that like?
That was grand. So I was obviously in 2 primary schools as a kid, and then I was halfway through secondary school when we came back up as well. So I was starting in a secondary school, I think it was like 3rd year.
Oh yeah.
So it was like just like another school kind of thing. So for that, that was the only challenging thing, was like going into school in third year. People have already made the little cliques.
Oh, their little cliques, yeah.
Sure, I left in fifth anyway. So,
So do you think that's why you're a dipper then?
Yeah,
then that's why.
I think I've always been kind of like, here, there, and everywhere. Where we went, and I'm real close with my sisters and brothers and stuff, so they were like my friends growing up, and I'm like quite close with them. And then one of my cousins would be like my childhood friend, so I've always had her there with me through life. And as much as I've always made friends, I think I mix well with everyone, but I don't really feel the need to. And to be honest with you, Lee is my best friend.
Yeah.
As sad as it is. But like, I don't feel the need to like be in people's pockets. I was never really like that. I think I just like to just do my own thing.
Yeah, you're a free spirit. That's what I'd say.
Thank you.
You're a free spirit. You're just like...
It's a nice way to put it.
It is.
A
You're a
lonely
very...
bastard.
Yeah.
But no,
very free
that's probably
spirit.
why. I don't know. Maybe that's mine.
Yeah, no, I just think
so. Even with that type of dipper, but like, what kind of friend are you? What if you were to say, if you answer for yourself, what type of friend do you think you are?
I don't know. You'd have to. I don't know.
To be fair, you are very reliable. Though you don't know that yourself, you're very reliable, and she's very uplifting and supportive. Like, if you, even like when I was saying about FM104, she was like holding me page and rubbing me back, or even like what we're doing now, she's always like, come on Sue, you have it. Like, she's and you don't even know that about yourself, and she's so funny as well, so I just love being around her.
I don't like to give things out if I don't feel that it's completely like, so I'd kind of have a small little close knit, because if I don't really feel 100% with people or like that,
you wouldn't be a fake or
yeah.
But no, I just have a ball with you.
Yeah, I do. I vibe off people. If I get a good vibe off people and they give me a laugh, that's what I'm always looking for. A bit of good vibe and stuff.
Do you trust easily?
I probably do.
I would say she trusts very easily.
Very easy, yeah. But like I said, I think I'm a bit like...
But if you piss me off, you're gone.
I'm a bit like, didn't sit well, so I'm like, I'm done then a little bit.
So
I give easily, but I can take it back.
Yeah,
definitely. Just as quick. Like, I'm strong in that way, I think. But I can be a bit like, oh my God, absolutely. I could probably be a bit of a bad judge of character at the start. But then I'm like, I can be cute, and I'm wide to people as well. So I'm thinking, as much as I can give my trust away, I'm like, I'm just waiting for the minute to be like,
Does that mean that sometimes you are taken advantage of?
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't think I'm taken advantage of, really. Not that I couldn't imagine so. Like I said, if I was, I'd be like...
You'd see through.
Yeah, she'd see through.
I wouldn't allow it if I knew it was happening, basically. So no, I don't think so.
And then
I'd like to not think so. Are you taking advantage?
I'm pure taking advantage. I'm riding on your coattails, girl.
Suzanne, what type of friend are you?
I think I'm a very...
You're a really good friend.
What's the word I'm looking for? I'm a true
Positive,
friend.
Okay.
I'm a true friend.
Yeah.
And
also uplifting.
Am I?
Yeah,
I am. I can be positive.
I don't think you can see the bad in anything. You're just like, well, this is the good out of it. Let's just
I
work
do
on the
try and
good.
take the good out of every situation, but I can point out the bad. I can be negative and
yeah, but
as well.
I think you're real in it as well. If I come to someone with an issue, I'd like them to tell me.
Oh yeah, I am very realistic.
From both sides. Let's just not be like, yeah, you're so right.
No, I would give you me 2 cents. Like, if I
Yeah.
feel like you're after doing something, or like if you were wrong in a situation, I'd tell you straight away.
Yeah. I like that
to.
about you. Even hearing you speak with other people, or being in your atmosphere with like people that I'm like, things I would like to say, because sometimes I probably
I am.
off.
I can be a bit sharp with my words sometimes. Craig would say.
Well, you know what?
But it's like I can't. Sometimes I have no filter in what I say.
I like people like
but
that.
But it's like, it's not, I don't do it in a rude way. I'm not being rude in a way. Like, I don't go out to be nasty. But sometimes if someone pisses me off, I'm going to say, hear me. Like, I'd say it the minute it happens, and then it'll be squashed. I wouldn't like be sitting and be like, oh, this person did this to me. I literally just say it straight away.
That's my downfall. Like, I'm real. I went in and off.
You literally go in and second guess yourself then.
I hated them. I mean, like, oh my God, can I get your card? Here's
I'd be the kind of girl that say, no,
cried
when you fix that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just honest. I'm honest.
And I hate myself for that. I'm like, why can't you just be honest? Because sometimes people don't mind the honesty. It's not always
like,
being rude.
Honest isn't being rude. It's just being honest. But like, there's a way to be rude about it as well, which I'm not. I think
when I was reared, my mum was always like, respect your elders, speak to people. So I was always real like, yes, no, so 3 bags full. But then when I step away from a scenario, sometimes I'm like, hold on a fucking minute. Bitch.
I should have said something.
And when you say that you're a true friend, what does that mean to you?
I love my friends to bits, and I'd never let anyone speak about my friends, or I would never do anything to harm my friends.
She'd be in a room where you weren't in, and she'd speak highly.
I love my friends to death, like literally, like That's just
and you
the
know
best.
why? One of the reasons why I love Sue the way I love Sue is because of the way she speaks about her friends to me.
Yeah.
That's why I love her.
But I speak like that about you as well.
Yeah, hopefully.
When you're looking.
Tell me about the kids growing up now. Like you seem to come across that you had like growing up in Ballymun, you absolutely loved every single minute of it.
Loved
so
it.
what, like for the kids, what do you want?
It's totally different. Now I'm in Rathout now, and we're in like a little cul-de-sac, so it's great. There's loads of kids on the road, and Dawson's obviously 9, Isla's nearly 4, and there's kids of all ages. The two of them go out and play. Now that's the summer, the winter's different. So he's obviously on his game all the time. She's on her iPad doing me head in. Do you know what I mean? Because they have no outlet. So we do try and bring them out to the Phoenix Park on their bikes or whatever. But it's totally different than when we were kids. Like you couldn't get us in off the road at night. Do you know what I mean? Like even in the flats, like me nanny, God rest her, she was used to be looking out the window for me at 9 o'clock calling me, and I'd be hiding behind the cars and all, like, not wanting to come in. And like that's from literally 11 o'clock in the morning. You're up, you have your breakfast, you're out. Like you have to get Tora in for your dinner. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the kids now, it's just totally different.
No, it's mad.
Yeah, it's completely different. And I don't really feel like there's any like clubs for kids. Like we had a snooker hall in Ballymun. We used to go up there and not really anywhere to go.
How did you
other
know
than like
when you didn't have a phone when you were young that you had to come in?
I don't know, to be honest.
I remember my
No, there
mum.
was one young fella that we hung around with, his name was Aaron, and he was the first to get a phone. Do you remember the 3310s and playing Snake on it?
Yeah.
And the ringtones that you had to punch all the things in? He had a phone. But like even before that, I don't know what it was, I think the minute people started disappearing, it was like, right, it's time to go home.
And you're probably down there, they're probably looking at you.
Yeah. Like I was only on the first floor in Thomas Clark, so my ma could always see me. We were either at the clinic, so there was a clinic with a car park, we'd play football there, or else on the field, or else on the steps of the block. So my ma could always see me, so she'd just shout out the window.
When I lived in Hampton Green, there was like the Tower Hill, it used to be called, and you used to chill and sit on this Tower Hill. But as soon as the porch light would go on, because I said to my mum, I used to be so embarrassed if she'd come out and be like,
Oh, she's calling you in
so
with
I
your
said, right,
friends.
well, we'd do a little thing that you put the porch light on, and I'll know that I have
fair
to
play
go
to
in
her.
there.
So fair.
So when she used to put the porch light on, I'd see it and I'd literally go for a few minutes. I'm like, John, what lads, I'm
Sick of this, I'll see you later. I'm going to leg it, yeah? Cool as a cucumber.
I decide, right? At my own time.
My man's not telling me to come in and not.
Standing, you can see her shadow behind the window.
What do you want for the Slice and Naples, the van, but also for you? It's like, what do you want for, like, what's your goal?
World domination.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, we didn't really like, we're literally just winging this. Like, we don't have any goals.
We come up with the ideas weekly if we get a chance, if we get the outfit.
Like, it's like, if I stop laughing, then I don't want to do it anymore. That's the
it's
end
just
of it.
fun.
Like, that's the be all and end all.
Yeah, it's just, we have the crack with it, and it's like a day out, and I'd be like, oh, I have to go to work tomorrow.
It's something. Do you know what as well? It's a break for us.
a break
Like, it's like,
from the
right, I
kids.
have to go and do this like for like 2
Sorry,
hours.
so important
but
from
then it
this hour
takes
to
like
that
5
hour.
hours because we're like, I'm not going home. Like,
Let me
just
see,
take it
but
as
you
long
know
as you
what,
can.
when we record ourselves, it is a thing of, you have to break it down, see what he's like, airdrop it because the quality, you know, all this shit. So we do be like, now that's going to take about 2 hours, boys.
Like we just milk it with the lads as well for a bit
sure,
of a
look,
breather.
they're going to listen to this now, we're screwed. Ronnie
But
Messi.
yeah, look, it just helps. Hopefully
I
it keeps
suppose,
growing.
Do you know what?
And people
like
keep laughing.
Things like this, like, you know, like we've never done that like this before. So all these new little engagements.
Yeah, it's going to
that
give
we
us
have
more
is-
experience as well. Do
And
you know
just
what I mean?
to keep the fun and keep people laughing. I just feel like there's a lot of sadness going on out there in the world at the minute, and I can even scroll on Instagram one day and not be on it, and then just automatically
Yeah,
just
just
get
be
sad
like,
or start
nah,
crying
put the
at
phone
a
down.
horrible video or whatever. So I think if you have that, like, I love nothing more than sitting on Instagram or TikTok and finding something funny and giving me such a belly laugh and forwarding on to people. I'm literally crying and thinking, like, how funny is that, and amazing that they can give you that giggle, and like, as much as the upset and all is there, and I know all that is real, but just to have that
Little outlet.
it's a little, like, a little escape for people. And January is already fucking pouring.
Yeah,
so
it's already
like,
shy.
why not light it up a little bit?
Yeah.
People a giggle.
Yeah,
we
that's
love
it.
a giggle, don't
Yeah,
we? That's it.
yeah.
Really, that's it.
You should pursue it, though. Would you not pursue it?
I don't know. We just
Pursue
crack
acting?
as it is. Who'd mind the kids?
Fair City coming.
Yeah, but could you imagine you, like...
I could imagine her. She does it in front of my eyes all the time. Like, I can literally see her switching and she's like, oh, giving it all that.
Scene.
Yeah, Brittany as well. Brittany was off.
Stop.
Like,
Oh,
Because,
Jesus
you know
Christ, I
what?
remember.
Did you see
I'm getting
Britney?
the Britney video, yeah. Like,
People didn't get that, which was even scarier.
Did
because
they
I
not?
was like, some people were writing, "Is she okay?" And
Oh yeah, the worried for her and all. Free fee.
You know what? I actually got more of a kick out of that thinking like,
Yeah.
think this,
Oh no,
wrong
that was
with me.
hilarious. But she just changes. It's like
Yeah.
you just morph into the character. And I'm just a gobshite standing beside you like,
What do I do now? Oh, yeah, so no, we were a good team. We worked well together. I couldn't do it without her. She couldn't do it without me.
demo now.
I love that about you. I swear to God, I love just the vibe off you. That it's just like,
thank
you know,
you.
click with each other
Yeah.
and doing it. Like, and just the videos, just keep doing them. Like,
Yeah.
just keep doing
Oh,
them
we'll
and
do our
see,
best.
like,
And
where.
we have a few in the locker.
We're having fun with it, and until
Until we stop laughing at ourselves, we will keep
because
going.
everybody else is.
Like if we did a video and I didn't laugh at myself, I'd be like, nah, that's
do you know
crap.
that's how we know it's good when we're like, oh no, you can't
look at me.
post that.
Yeah,
Like, look
it's
at
just
that, and
like
then I'm like, do you know what? That's the best part about
Yeah.
it. Is that it's like that we're being like,
Cringy, that's what I mean.
critical
We're
about
cringing at ourselves because we're like,
If
oh.
I don't cringe when I look at myself back, it's gonna be shy.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you won't do that she asked you to do?
No, I don't think so.
I think no.
I go with the flow because I can
She
see
just
her
says,
vision.
yeah.
I do see the vision, and not even that. When she comes out, like say if one of us finds an idea, the two of us sit there, and then we add on. It's like we escalate and escalate.
We, even though if I have an idea, like she's saying, we all add on our own little bits that we're comfortable, because I'll even do out like the way I want to come across the thing, and then she'd be like, oh, I'd say that more of a way like this, so it wouldn't be something that I'd be saying you have to do this.
No.
It's just like,
No.
flows the way
Yeah,
it is.
so we do
And you know what,
elaborate.
sometimes I'm like, hey, here, actually, we have to bring a bit of pizza into it.
Yeah, oh shit,
Yeah.
the
we
pizza.
forget what we're doing here.
Yeah, we
Or
forgot
why
about
we're
the
doing
pizza. Yeah, so yeah.
Because the last video didn't have pizza in it.
No,
much.
I said
Not
Slice and
much.
Naples,
And
and
then
she
we
was
were
saying about
doing-
the goubine. You're bringing on the good
The
goubine, you
good
silly
goubine,
cat.
you silly cat. So people wouldn't know what goubine is.
Goubine is the chorizo that we
Yeah,
use,
but people wouldn't get that. People
but,
didn't-
like,
come here,
I
you
just-
wouldn't in the accent I was doing.
No, you went from
What
like
was that?
London to Liverpool
That's the
to
funny thing about it. Like,
Jamaican at one point.
God damn all them Scouse accents went to waste. Lessons.
But yeah, no, we will keep doing it, and as long as we're laughing, we'll keep going as well.
No, it's just a bit of fun, really. Yeah, I'm surprised you even asked us to come here.
Yeah, me too.
No, as I said, she's like, I just talked about, like, you know, what the podcast was about before, and I just love to see, like, women do well, and young women especially, like you two, do well and do these things and put yourselves out there and just see where it goes. Do you know what I mean? So
because we have no idea, like what we're even.
No idea
yeah,
what
we've
we're
no
getting.
idea. We've no plans. We're just sailing in the wind and just seeing where we go.
What about your job? Like, do you be scared of going into the
Oh,
job?
my
Yeah,
job.
I would be very-
They all do be like pissing themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god.
But
Suzanne,
your
the video.
auntie is your
Yeah,
auntie.
so my auntie is me manager.
Right.
I work with my cousin. That's my
Yeah,
cousin
and
Tracy.
Diane, her best
My
friend,
best friend
she's
works with
sword.
me as well,
Right.
and it's like 30. I think there's 37 of us in the place.
Right.
But
You
yeah,
know
they
them
just
all
find it
years.
hilarious. Yeah, I'm there. Like I'd be there 8 years.
Yeah.
I do Monday to Wednesday up there, and then obviously Moonlight and Slice and Naples as well.
Yeah, so no,
So
they
yeah,
just
so
think
they
it's
all find it hilarious. Like I'd never be like going into work.
But there'd
like,
be nothing worse than having a job where you went and you were a completely different
oh,
person.
come here. No, but to be fair, I don't think I'd be able to work in a place like that.
No.
The place I work
Yeah.
in, everyone's sound. We all talk to each other. Everyone's real up for a laugh. They're all
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah.
So it's the same
People
kind
do
of
just
vibe.
be like, yous are mad.
Yeah, like they're like, oh my
Not
god,
right,
the
no, you're
video.
not well.
Yeah, that's it. But they don't
We
find it
get a
hilarious.
laugh out of that.
Yeah.
That's a good
No, I do go red a little bit sometimes. So I'm like,
Same.
oh, thanks.
Yeah, of course.
I just said in FX Buckley and the waiters like, you.
Oh no, I nearly
Joy.
she got under the table. and was
Instagram
like,
finish.
he's like, you're that girl off TikTok. I was like, no.
Not me. Not me.
To me.
It's my sister.
Yeah, it's my sister.
What does
But,
someone call us? Roxy and Ronnie?
Roxy and Ronnie, yeah, that's when we got the Eastenders idea, because we do.
You're obviously the skinny tall one.
I don't even know which one is which actually. Ronnie's the tall one.
Ronnie's the tall one,
Yeah. But
I'm a
girl,
hard face.
I wish you the best of luck with everything. I just
Thanks
thanks
a
so
million.
much for just coming and just talking and just breaking it down and, you know, just talking about everything. And, you know, I know we didn't go too deep in with
thank God.
everything. And maybe one time you might come
We'll
back
leave that in the basement.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
say,
blocking that basement. I told you already, I'm not doing it.
We laugh at our traumas. We're like,
Yeah, I'm like, that's what made it so funny, is all the trauma.
it's over gas.
thanks a mil and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you
Thanks so much,
Thanks for having
love.
us.
Thanks for having us.
All right.